I am Batman. You merely adopted the dog. I was born in it. My audience retention sucks, so I'm not going to say too much. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Thank you. These are 7 steps on how to be a loner without feeling lonely. Step number 1, become attuned with yourself. When I say be in tune with yourself, I'm not saying become a monk or anything or spend hours on hours meditating or going to therapy, even though I should probably go. But I'm saying get to know yourself. You become less lonely when you realize that you're not just one person. You're one individual, but in that individual, you are 3 people. Who you are, who you think you are, and who you want to be. The person you are is who you often don't see because it's the raw, unadulterated version of yourself. It's the raw, unadulterated version of you. Others may see it better than you because it's also the way that you are perceived by the whole entire world as a totality. Total. I like totality better. I like the word totality better, so we're going to use totality. Like there's certain subconscious things that you do so much that you don't even know that you do them, but everyone around you knows that you do them, but you just don't know because you do them so much. It's a subconscious thing. Even things like your personality traits or how you react to things. Has your friend ever told you, hey, you know you do this, right? And then you're like, no, I don't do that. That's a subconscious thing that they just identified and you just said that you don't do it, even though you can't see that you did it because you're not someone else that's looking into you who can see specifically that you are doing it. Unless your friend's just a liar. Like say you digging your nose, but you do it so much you don't even realize you're doing it. But other people see it. Other people realize you're doing it. Who you actually are, how the world perceives you is nasty. But it's also the person a lot of people don't see. So say again, you dig in your nose, but they don't know that you have a whole condition where unless you dig in your nose, your face is in excruciating pain. Is it still nasty? Yes, but it's understandable a bit. But people don't know it's understandable. The same way some people may see you as a popular people pleaser or something of that nature, or a loudmouth talkative person or an extrovert, when really you're just a chill guy. So who you are is the balance between your actual circumstances and how you are perceived by the world. The second person is the person you think you are. And no, the first and second person are not the same. The first person is more so your reputation and the way you actually react to situations in the world, how your actions are towards the world. The second person is how you think your reputation is, how you think you react towards the world. It's kind of like how you may think, oh my gosh, I'm so cool, but everyone else is like, you're actually kind of lame. Yeah, kind of like earlier how we said your friend called you out on something that you do, but you didn't think that you did it. That's how you think you are. You may think that you're funny, but if nobody's laughing, are you really funny? The third person is who you want to be. This is the motivator out of the 3, but can also be the biggest critic. This is the person you dream about. This is the person with the girl you want, with the car you want, with the house you want. This is you 3 months from now. This is you 3 years from now. This is you 3 decades from now. This is who you want to be. It's pretty self-explanatory. So you have one person reminding you how to perceive yourself every time you step out the house. Then you have person 2 trying to bridge the gap between how we are perceived and who we actually are. And you have person 3 running ahead telling person 1 and 2 to try to catch them so they can better themselves. That's going to take up so much of your brain time. I can guarantee you will only feel lonely when these 3 people are not communicating efficiently. When you only think about how your actions affect others, it's going to make you feel bad for just stepping out of the house. When you're too focused on who you are, you become so self-aware and emotionally woke that you start feeling depressed because you're thinking too much about the past and you're anxious because you're thinking too far ahead into the future. But when you're too focused on goals, you're not learning about yourself, so you end up losing your soul and you don't develop any qualities in the process of obtaining those goals. But if you don't follow your goals, then you become so absorbed with yourself that you don't make any progress at all. You see how complicated this is? It's a balancing act. And when you're balancing on a tightrope and a circus or whatever, what is the only thing that you're thinking about? Balancing. Now imagine if you thought like that 24/7. If you move like that 24/7, this is who I'm perceived as, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, then you're in a constant state of self-improvement. If you live like that, I can guarantee you that it's going to be very hard for you to feel lonely. Step number 2 into being a loner without feeling lonely is to feel bad for everyone else. Now, I'm not saying to look down on the world because they're all lame and you're so great and hot, but get into the mindset that you're focused on your mission. And let's be honest, 99% of individuals are not focused on their mission. That's why the most successful people are called the 1% group. Every time your friends go to the club or hang out with girls or go buy frivolous things, instead of thinking, dang, I wish I was there, think, wow, I'm glad I'm not distracted from my mission. I'm not talking to girls I'm not going to marry. I'm not putting myself in situations that can lead to trouble, and I'm not spending my hard-earned money on things that aren't assets, which leads to, hold up. Step number 3. Step number 3. Go ahead. Step number 3. Abandon your friends. Joking. We love our friends. Heck, most of my friends are closer to me than my actual family are. You feel me? Half of my relatives aren't even relatives. Half of my friends, they're not even friendly. I just pulled up in a brand new. But your friends, no matter how much they love you, will not always have your best interests at heart. See, 9 times out of 10, there's always a group of 3 people or more, and one is always different. But they all become the same when the one that is different decides to hang out with those that he himself is not like. Yeah, I wrote that. That's not for the Book of Psalms. If you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, you're probably the different one. And I think I know why you decided to stick with them. Let me know if this sounds a little bit familiar. While many people run through friends like brick walls and dirty clothes, you've lost people you've cared about. And you've known your friends for years, so you have a strong sense of loyalty, which is good, but it can be misplaced. In day trading, there's a concept called swing trading. Basically, you buy a stock option when it's at a lower price and you let your money grow as the stock grows, as the company grows. But when the company goes down, would you keep your money in that stock if you were losing money? Of course not. Even if it was your favorite company, even if you thought it was a good company, you would still take your money out if the stocks was going down. Then you would put your money back in once you saw improvements in the trajectory of the stock. So if you feel that way about a stock, about your money, why would you leave yourself, who is so much more precious than money, with people who are not helping you go up? Saying Aziz, if you want to invest your money in a bad company, why would you let you yourself be a part of and invested in bad company? Saying Aziz, if the people around you are not constantly making you better, they are gradually making you worse, because they're either going to take you to places you shouldn't be at, or they're going to keep you from the places that you should be going. Saying Aziz. I play too much, y'all. But seriously, this doesn't mean that your friends are bad. You wouldn't be friends with them if they were bad, or you wouldn't be a good person if you had bad friends, because that just says something about you. But everyone in life just needs a phase where they need to figure themselves out, and this is just your phase. It's just your turn. It's not yours. It's just your turn. So change your mindset on your day ones. Stop putting an unattainable measure on friendship. And I know you may think, oh, well, we can't be friends if we're not on the same mission. Well, that's not true either, because everyone's path in life is different. Hold on. Run that back. That's low-key a bar. I know you may think, oh, we can't be friends if we're not on the same mission. Well, that's not necessarily true, because everyone's path is different. Look, my point is, you can have friends that aren't doing what you're doing, or some of them aren't even necessarily doing as well as you, but you still need to focus on what you're doing, which leads to step number 4. Do things loners enjoy. Step number 4. How are you claiming to be a loner and you're not even living the loner lifestyle? All you're doing is just sitting in your room all day and looking in the mirror saying, I'm vengeance. You're not going to car dealerships just to look around. You're not going to the gym at midnight. You're not going hiking. You're not golfing or taking pottery classes or going to the movies solo or wearing all black with shades. You're literally just being alone. Of course you're going to feel lonely, silly. Start actually living like someone who is a loner, and be proud of being alone. Have fun by yourself. Go on trips by yourself. The same places you will go to for a date, go by yourself. Go to those places by yourself, which leads to step number 5. Fall in love with yourself. And no, don't be egotistical or weird in other ways, but pamper yourself. Work on your spirituality. Raise your quality of living. See what you like. See what you don't like. See what you want different in your life. Go to spas, hit the gym, make more money. Go places that you've always wanted to go, but nobody wants to go with you. Treat yourself like you're a different person, and then treat that person the way you would want to be treated. Work on what brings your heart peace. Step number 6. Take people in doses. Spend some time with your loved ones. Don't be so self-absorbed in your being a loner and your progress that you forget that you have people out there that still love you and who still need you and who still care about you. At the end of the day, we're all humans, and humans were meant to be around other humans. We weren't meant to be alone. Even though now with society all over the place and things are all over the place, we may need some time to be alone because we don't want to get distracted distracted. But along with your family, hang around with bigger people in life. Make new friends with people in your profession. Network with people whose goals align with your goals, whose goals may even be bigger than your goals, who expand your mind. Everyone who claims to be a loner wants to be Batman, but forgets that Bruce Wayne is literally the master of being a playboy, and he had the gift of networking and charms down to a science. Which leads to step number 7, and I'm just going to say it. Step number 7. Realize that people are not you. People didn't grow up like you. Some people are fighting battles that you don't even know about. Hey, look, some of these folks wasn't raised right, if you catch my drift. But really, nobody has experienced what you experienced, and you haven't experienced what someone else has experienced, because they aren't you and you aren't them. You feel me? Use this as a time to learn new skills and to learn more about yourself. Think about Mike Tyson when he was in prison, when he was alone.
I had the best 3 years of my life in prison.
That's interesting for you to say that, bro, because you had millions.
I had peace, though.
Over the $30 million for one fight. Jay-Z's lying.
Hey, listen, can I tell you something? That don't mean nothing when you don't have your peace. You need your sanity to dictate any part of life.
So don't think, oh, after my loner phase, I'm just going to wear all black and I'm going to be so cold and heartless towards the world. No, be you and be at peace to be you and being you. I don't know if that makes sense, but we all want to be happy. Even Batman wants to be happy. So try to find peace while you're alone. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest takeaway out of this whole entire thing. That's why we do what we do every day. We want to find peace and happiness, you know, although it's limited in the system, it can definitely be had, you know? So read your Bible, be by yourself for a little bit and get yourself together a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs to take a little bit of time with yourself. You know, even Jesus, when he first got baptized, he took some time to himself. Even David, when he was in the wilderness from Saul, he took some time by himself. John the Baptist, when he was preaching, most of the time he was by himself. You know, a lot can get done when you're by yourself. So embrace being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, I'm not gonna lie, you're a great person. I love you very, very much. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Whoa, look. Some say we can't be friends because we're not on the same mission. Well, that's not necessarily true, because everyone's path is different. I'm friends with people that can see, but we just don't share the same vision. I can tell your imagination can't imagine the vivid image I envision. Split decisions, hopping fences, see your face, I feel smitten. Oh my God, these is spin. Yes, sir. Dig it, dig it, dig. That's your boy Blues on the 1s and 2s. You feel me?